Hey everybody, it's Shelby here. Sorry I look a little busted this morning, but I was just working out. So I got a really great workout in, and I said, let me not let the morning go by without anybody getting some information on how to actually search and apply for grant opportunities. Okay, so hey everybody, I'm Shelby. If you're new to my channel, I usually talk about different grant opportunities that you can apply for, less than 10-minute applications, really quick, easy to apply for, free money that don't go by your personal credit and solely goes off of your business plan. Okay, so let's talk about how to actually apply for grants, because I know you guys have been, answering some of these questions or getting, some of these questions been coming up and you don't really know how to answer these questions. Good morning. So I'm gonna move this over a little bit so you can see me better. Is that better? Lighting's better? Yes, no, yes. Maybe here. Okay, so with grants, okay, y'all, with grants are different, okay? Each grant application is different. Each grantor's question is going to be different, but generally they usually have these same exact 5 questions, right? Which is, why did you become an entrepreneur? What is your business industry? What is the traction of your business? So how do you make money, or how do you plan to make money? Hey, I'm doing a YouTube video.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm on live. Have a good one. How to make money, and then also, I lost my train of thought, sorry, but we'll get into that. So as far as with the questions on there, you guys have to think about like how you actually want your business to move forward, right? And this is why I say get a business plan, because when you get a business plan professionally done, answering those questions will actually be much easier than you actually know. You have to think about it. What are the benefits of, or what separates your business from your other peers, right? That information should actually be inside of at least your SWOT analysis, right? Your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and more, right? So, and then you can use your SWOT analysis just to answer that question. Your executive summaries and introductions will answer those questions of why did you become an entrepreneur, and tell us about your business, like your business description. And then when it comes down to traction, you should have some, key indicating factors or some analytics inside of your business plans that shows, what your current market is as far as with the business industry, and also, where you want to go, okay, and what you've invested in, where you've came so far. If you are pre-seed, pre-revenue, all of that information or traction information when they're asking those questions like how do you get money, well, if you're pre-seed, pre-revenue, right, you don't have any, you're not getting any type of income. But if you plan on, obviously you plan on making some money, then you need to answer that question to the extent of this is how I plan on getting money, okay? So one of the questions on my community post asked if we should use a template, like a grant writing template. Honestly, no, okay? Because a lot of the grants that is about to come out in 2023 and that's already currently out now that you guys can apply for, they are literally less than 20 questions, and they ask the most simplest information possible. They don't even dive deeper into the actual business owner's information. The most you'll get out of you personally will be the business owner's name and the email, okay, and possibly a phone number. But other than that, it's all about the business when it comes down to these grant applications, okay? So the grant application, you put in the name of the business, the email address, the websites, different social media handles and stuff like that. And then what I'm noticing is that they are now, a lot more applications are requesting, and also not only are they requesting it, but some of the applications you can't even move past unless you upload a business plan. So that's one. Get a business plan, all right? If you guys are looking for someone to create a business plan for you, very professional, more than 30 pages long, then definitely text me, okay? Text #grants or #business to 305-686-0781, because we write business plans/proposals, same thing. We write those for you too. And we tailor them specifically for investment capital opportunities, right? Or for grant opportunities. So if you want us to write a business proposal for you, definitely text me, but you need to get a business plan done first, okay? That's number one, okay? After that, then I would advise for these new 2023 grants, I would advise that you do a pitch deck, okay? So that can either be on paper or that can be video. A lot of us are into video recording, we're into reels, right? If you're getting more into social media and social media marketing for your business, this is something that you definitely is a dire need for you to have, okay? Especially with tying into you branding and building your brand and doing identity, internet identity and things like that. Having a pitch deck, at least a 30-second video explaining who you are, what you're about, why you became an entrepreneur, or what your business is about, okay, really helps out, okay? And also it helps ties to the vision with your business plan. So definitely make sure you know what's inside of your business plan, even though know how thick it is. Make sure you know exactly what's in there, because you want that pitch deck to literally reflect your business plan, okay? Everything must match. And that's something that we definitely know when it comes down to business funding. Everything must match, from the LLC to the EIN number to the all the other numbers, right? And it's the same exact thing when it comes down to applying for grants. Everything must match and must make sense. If your business plan says your projections are this, in your pitch deck you should say these are your goals, right? Okay, so that's grants. Now, that's kind of like how to apply for grants. Some other grant questions that I noticed, especially with the Fresh Start grant, and this is one question that I actually like that they ask, because it literally shows them where you are mentally as far as with your business, and it gives them an outlook on how you look at entrepreneurial, your entrepreneurial journey, or just how you look at being a business owner. Fresh Start, I've talked about that grant opportunity before, and yes, you guys can also go ahead and apply for that $2,500 opportunity. It's for all startup opportunities, okay? All startup businesses. So they are giving out $2,500 to any startup, any industry, anywhere in the US, okay? They have a question that says, what separates, or what is the difference between a successful business and an unsuccessful business? That question might sound very simple, but it is a question that needs a thorough answer, because what they're looking for is to literally see where your mindset is. We want to know, to you, what makes a business successful and unsuccessful, and what separates the two. So how I answer that question is, I would go into literally starting off with, my company is successful because blah, 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 blah. And the reasons why most companies are not successful within their first 5 years of business is because of X, Y, and Z. Compared to my company, here at Superior Solutions, we focus on A, B, C, and D, which is why we will continue to be successful, which is why we will and always will be successful, okay? So that is how you answer that question. Direct that thing right back to your business, okay? We're not there, even though it's a very broad question. What separates a successful business versus an unsuccessful business? It might be a very broad question, but I'm literally telling you, the way you answer these broad questions is you want to circle it back to your business, okay? And it's a broad question for a reason, right? Add some analytics in there, especially if you're into trucking. What separates an unsuccessful trucking business versus a successful trucking business? Well, we all know capital, okay? Capital is the reason why most businesses fail within the first 5 years. Don't answer that question by saying, well, capital is the reason why most businesses are failed. No, girl, we know that. We know that. We know that. Tell us why, in your industry, what separates the two, okay? So another question that I believe that we're having an issue on, all right, when we're doing these applications is, what made you become an entrepreneur? Got to be more careful. Y'all are my cousins and I love y'all so much, but this question deserves more than 8 sentences. Yes, it does. Because literally we want to know, why did you become an entrepreneur? And it's very, very want to know for real, because and to be honest with y'all, it's a lot of us, it's a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'm so happy that a lot of us are in this space. But a lot of us ain't gonna make it next year, okay? We ain't gonna make it. A lot of us just buying stuff and buying webinars and stuff and just joining the entrepreneur game just because it's trending, okay? No. So next year we'll weed out the trending, people versus. Okay. So let me know if you can hear me. I'm sorry, my phone is ringing. Okay. So, why did you become an entrepreneur? Okay. Why did you become an entrepreneur? This question, it seems like it's a very tough question to answer for a lot of us, okay? Because we don't know why we're becoming entrepreneurs, or we're doubting the answer. Be real with yourself. You became an entrepreneur to make some more money. Yes, we all know that, okay? So, we need to break that down. We need to break that down. I became an entrepreneur because I want to make more, I want to have multiple streams of income. I want to understand what passive income is. I want to create a generational wealth, because in my family, blah, 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 blah. Break it down, you guys. You got to break it down. That's all it is. It's okay if you just became an entrepreneur to make some more money. Duh. That's what everybody does. But break it down. Make it more emotional. Make it more tailored towards you, okay? Don't give such a general answer. And that's what we've been given. Y'all have been given general answers on these grant questions. And that's why you haven't really been getting any type of responses. I want to end this as well. I'm not ending it right now, but before I end it, I also want to talk about this. Something that's interesting to me with the whole grant process. Grants is a fancy word for gifts. That's it. Grants don't really have federal regulations with them, okay? Therefore, there is no law saying we have to tell you that you are or are not approved. There is no law that says that. There is no law that says I have to tell who, what, where, when, why, and how I gave my grant or I gave my gift. You understand? There's no federal regulation. So when we are applying for grants, don't have in your mind like, oh, they gotta tell me, they owe me a response. Girl, no, they don't. They don't owe you a response, because at the end of the day, they're the ones giving out the money. You the one that asked me for money. I don't owe you nothing. That's how it is. So when you are not getting an email respond, you're just not the candidate that they're looking for. Okay? So I want to make that clear too, because there's no federal regulations. And when you guys are hiring grant writers, even if you hire my team, just know that, I don't know what other grant writers are guaranteeing, but my team, we don't guarantee at all, because grants solely go off of the grantors and how they pick and choose their candidates. So with that being said, how they pick and choose their candidates, you want to look at the description. You want to look at exactly what they're looking for. Not just the eligibility requirements, because obviously 18 or over, must have a business. That's obvious, right? Excuse me. But outside of the eligibility requirements, look at the description. This grant is specifically for teachers who are teaching children to be more healthy and decrease in diabetes. Literally read that description, please, because when you read that description, that will tell you whether or not you are the perfect candidate for that opportunity. So that way you can save your time. And I know you guys have been on grants.gov, because I hope you've been on grants.gov, because that's what I'm always talking about. But grants.gov, once you get past all of the adult swimming and swimming lessons and stuff, once you get past all of that stuff, all of those grants, then you'll start to find that, okay, these are industry-specific grants. These are grants for women-owned small businesses. These are grants for Black-owned businesses. These are businesses for Latino businesses, Native Americans. These are real estate opportunities, all kind of stuff, right? When you are on grants.gov, and I know it's such an outdated website, just want to let you know, if you've never been on there, it's a very outdated website, and I'm praying that they are finding ways to make that information more, visible, right? But grants.gov, once you get on there, you put your keywords, in the box, and you start searching for your opportunities. Read the descriptions, and I know the description is ancient, tiny, ancient. It's tiny, okay? But read it because it's telling you what they are looking for, okay? I know we are at a point in our lives where attention span is less than five seconds, okay? So with that being said, I know that reading that first sentence, you just like, oh girl, I'm just done, And that's why we have grant writers out here. That's why I have a grant writing team that'll be more than happy to help you search and apply, or not help you, but actually do it for you, okay? Because I know you don't have the time, the mental capacity, or you just don't feel like doing it, and you just want to focus on getting the money so you can focus on executing your plan. Totally get it. But if you are out here applying for your own grants, yeah, you need to take the time out to read descriptions. Yes, you need to take the time out to search for grants that really, truly is tailored to what you're doing, okay? So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. You guys can drop some questions as well, so that way we can keep the live going, because I want to make sure you guys get some questions answered about how to apply for grants. One of the questions, possibly drop a question for me that has been pretty, tough for you, that you've experienced while you were in your grant writing process or grant applying process, that you might need some help on. But I know that how to become an entrepreneur, or why did you become an entrepreneur? I know that question has been challenging for us, and I believe it's because we doubt ourselves, okay? Stop doubting yourself and answering these grant questions. Man, tell them people like what it is. This is what you want to do. And don't doubt your business, and don't doubt yourself in your business. And just because you might not know exactly where you want to go with your business, that business plan is going to help you understand that, okay? How do you connect with me beyond here? You can always text #business, okay? Because I am a business coach. And I honestly, guys, I haven't really been happy with using the whole coach word. Everybody want to be a coach, okay? I might be a business therapist. I might have to do that. Business therapist. But no, text hashtag. I pinned the comment, so you can text #business to 305-686-0781. So that way you can, get in contact with me. And also, this new year, I've pre-recorded so many videos, and have done some webinars and stuff for, some people about how to apply for grants. So I have a lot of content that I will be dropping. Most likely the beginning of next year, because, me and my VAs, we're working on some technical stuff, okay? So, yep. I have another question here. It says, what unique things would separate you from other applicants applying for the money? Okay, so, let me see here. What unique things would separate you from other applicants applying for this money? Okay, so that's pretty much like what separates your business from all the other applicants, right? And pretty much, you will put the difference between you and your competition. And the reason why they ask for these certain, hold on one second. Things would separate you from other applicants. Okay, I just had to read that question one more time to make sure I answer it correctly, because I was about to answer it totally wrong. So what will separate you, sorry love, what will separate you from the other applicants applying is having that business proposal professionally done, is having a pitch deck video, is having all of your social media handles, is having branding, love. Branding. Having branding for your business separates you from all the other businesses that's applying. Having organization, having business professionalism. The more and more you can show professionalism in your setup and your foundations, the more and more you're going to actually get these opportunities, especially startup opportunities. Imagine coming to a startup opportunity and you have all of these social media handles would already have like a post going on, automations already going on. You already have your branding, branding. And say you have all of your stuff, your Instagram is going on, your YouTube, you got all your branding stuff together, right? You have a website look good, okay? Everything looks good. That is what separates you from all the other applicants, because majority of these applicants that are looking for, especially startup opportunities, they did not, most likely don't know about what pitch decks are, or they most likely don't know about how to, do a full business plan, right? Everybody's not on YouTube and on social media. All right, not all business owners are on social media. So you having an internet identity separates you as well. Now, how deep you are in the internet, it definitely separates you as well, okay? And making sure you understand your competition, and this is something that I was going into at the beginning when I first started answering this, but understanding the competition, which is one of the questions on majority of the grant applications. When you are, they ask you, name 3 competitors or something like that, right? They really want to see if you are into your industry. That's why they ask that question. Like, have you been studying, on the industry? Have you really took the time out to really dive deeper into the market that you're getting into? And so once you have found 3 competitors, then how deep have you dived into their stuff, right? And it can be as simple as going to a website of a competitor, going to their Instagram, scrolling through, seeing what they're about, and things like that, and then looking at the key points, looking at what they do, and say, okay, well, I don't do that, and that's what separates me from them. That is why I'm different, because over here we do this. They want to know if you are actually taking the time out to understand what's going on in your industry, in your market, okay? That's why they ask that question. And so, having the internet identity, also knowing what your competition is, and all of those things is what separates you, all right, from all of the other applicants, because you can thoroughly answer your questions, those questions, because you know your business, right? And also in the pitch decks, you can also put in there, what separates you as well. And that just, literally highlights your business, right? That makes you the perfect candidate for that opportunity. So having branding or internet identity, all right? And also knowing your competition. All right, so I'm gonna take one more question before I hop off of here, because this is a long live, all right? This is a long live, but you guys don't get discouraged when you are applying for grants. Grants is free money, not easy money, all right? And I just want you to I advise that you guys actually apply for grants like every month. You know what I mean? Like, dedicate at least 2 hours a week, you know what I mean, to actually apply for grant opportunities, because you just never know. It is a gamble, yeah, it is. It's a gamble of your time, but only 2 hours a week versus, and you dedicate that 2 hours a week, and next thing you know, by the time spring break comes, you're looking at $100,000 opportunity just because you was dedicated to, applying for grants. It's free money, not easy money, okay? I can't stress that enough. So once you put in the application, there's extra steps after that if you are the perfect candidate for the position, okay? So that's my advice to you. But if you don't have the time, all right, and I totally get it, you guys are focused on executing your business and executing your plan, then definitely text #grants, all right, to 305-686-0781, because my team, 3 beautiful ladies, they've been writing grants for 15 years or more, almost 16 years now. And they know how to search and apply for grant opportunities in your local area, no matter where you are in the United States of America, okay? No matter where you are. So if you want my grant writing team, and you definitely want to get in now, because there's some opportunities that's ending right now, December 31st, that you don't want to miss, okay? That way you guys can start next year with some. Okay, because if you guys get approved for like the Fresh Start grant, the Hello Alice grant opportunities by December 31st, you're most likely going to have that funding by the end of January, which is a really great way to start the year off. Okay, then you and we can hop on Zoom or do a little coaching and talk about some execution strategies once you get that money. Okay, so text #grants, all right? Like and share this video. I feel like this video is very informative to everyone who is interested in grants and grant writing. And definitely tap in with me if you guys are ready to take off and really make some money and execute your plan, okay? So I'm going to go back to this gym next door and run. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Well, I have one more question. If we acquire your services, how many grants does your company apply for? At least 10 or more, okay? And you'll be surprised, but just to apply for those 10 opportunities per client, it takes us 4 hours. And that's because we're thoroughly answering the questions. These are not 2 to 5 sentence answers. No, they're thorough answers, like I said at the beginning of this video. So if you want to make sure you want a team, to do this for you, make sure it's professionally done, then we can always do it for you. Okay, I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. All right, so I'm gonna go back on my run. Okay, because I'm not done. I'm tough out here, so I'm not done with my workout. But other than that, tap in with my team. We'll be more than happy to help you guys out, and I will be back on here later on, okay? Peace! Happy Vlogmas!